Go. Hello and welcome to another episode of DrawBomb. We're back after
how's it going, everybody?
a mini vacation.
Yeah, we took a little break to, give thanks to Labor Day for having the weekend.
Yeah, we gotta give thanks to our Lord and Savior Labor Day.
That's right.
May we have all Mondays off.
May the union bosses of old bless you from on high. That's how Labor Day works.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
It's like,
so, hey,
it's named after the thing that I don't have to do that day.
Exactly, which is Union Day?
Labor.
What? Oh, fuck. Okay, sorry. Just flew over my head on that one. Okay. But hey, everybody, how's it going? This is the show where we make utter fools of ourselves, and we draw you pictures while we do that.
Yeah,
That's an accurate description, I think.
Yeah. It's good to balance it out with a little of both.
Yeah, just a little talent and a little
Go on.
A little pathos. A little talent, a little bit of pathos. How about that, everybody?
Sure, let's go with that.
That's the thing. It's sometimes if you struggle finding a word, maybe you shouldn't be thinking up the Greek.
Maybe you shouldn't be saying words at all.
Yeah, exactly. Maybe you should just shut the fuck up.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off. We got Matt Fritzler in the
Hey, it's the Tasty Boy. How's it going, Matt? How's it going?
The Tasty Boy himself.
That's right, Papa Tasty Boy. That's your name now, Matt. Is Papa Tasty Boy. So I hope you're
one of the original Tasty Boys.
Yeah, if anyone ever watches this episode, if we become big in the future and people actually give a shit about us, and you're a big fan, you should know you call Matt Papa Tasty Boy.
That is his name.
That's his name. It's in the DrawBomb canon.
Yeah.
Inscribe it into the tablets and put it into the temples, everybody.
Is that a Legend of the Hidden Temple reference?
No, but it could be.
I suppose it could be.
If you win this round of DrawBomb, Legends of the Hidden DrawBomb, you will get a Sega Genesis with a copy of Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
I'm like, wow, this seems like a lot of effort just to.
I could just go to a store.
I don't have to fly to Orlando and get attacked by people in native makeup.
I don't need to be grabbed from behind by a grown man wearing a fucking ghillie suit.
Something that I will have nightmares about the rest of my life.
Right? Like, how many of those kids from Legend of the Hidden Temple are just, like, traumatized?
The answer is all.
But, Matt says that, okay, Legends of the Hidden Temple was bullshit. Bullshit how? Like, the prizes they got, the effort they had to go through to the prizes? Or are you saying it was a bad show? Because I will fight you on that.
I watched it a lot. I watched a lot of the Nickelodeon game shows.
Me too, man. I fucking loved, like, Nickelodeon Arcade or whatever it was, where they'd be like, you actually had to play, like, Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and if you didn't beat the first level, they'd be like, you lost, sorry, kid. You guess you don't play video games enough, sucker.
Yeah, I don't think I watched that one. I don't know. How'd that one work?
It was like, there was, like, a quiz show where, like, 3 kids would stand on podiums, and they'd be like, hey, what is the third element? Water, gas, beep beep. Someone's like, solid, and he's like, great, come over here. All right, you're gonna play the second level of Battletoads, and if you can make it all the way to the end, you get $100.
No one can do that.
No, exactly, that was the point. And the kids fucking sucked every time. Like, they would play Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I'd be like, no, the extra life is up there.
The gimmick is that the kids that would know the science trivia will not be good at Sonic.
Exactly. That was the smart thinking behind the guys who came up with the game. They're like, okay, the smart kids aren't going to play video games, and the video game kids aren't going to be smart. So guess what?
We're basically printing money, motherfucker.
Hey! All right, somebody advertise a fucking Bop It on our fucking show.
Let's do another. What's that little toy that you put around your ankle and you skip it.
Oh,
skip it.
Skip it. Yeah, skip it.
Like, you're still trying to think of what it was. I figured it out.
Yeah, I thought you were just saying. Like,
no, that's not it. Skip foot.
Who's on first? What's on second? Was that sketch in hindsight? Was that Abbott and Costello's sketch racist because the joke was that the players were all Asian baseball players?
No.
Are you sure? Because it was the 50s.
You think? Were they prominently Asian baseball players back then?
Well, no, but that's like I don't know the backstory. I'm not pretending to know it, but I think.
No, that's definitely not it, because most of the names aren't even. Who is the only one that you could probably.
Well, no, I thought that was the. I'm looking this up. Okay, I'm gonna know.
Do you know the sketch?
I don't. Maybe I thought.
No,
for
there's
sure
several.
I did.
There's several names. That.
But no, I've read somewhere that like it was supposed to like the names were weird and that's why they were confusing. Like these aren't like they weren't normal like American white person names and that's what made them so confusing. I thought that was like somebody told me that that was.
I mean, if you're looking to get, I guarantee if you Google any word followed by the word like offensive or racist, somebody will have a theory for why it's horrible. Even
that is true.
People look for reasons on a lot of stuff.
I did go on Twitter the one morning and someone was trying to cancel Maya Angelou, so I just turned Twitter right off my phone.
Yeah, I'm pretty like.
You can't cancel Maya Angelou.
I don't need. It's. I don't want to get into this whole conversation, but
no, let's stay away from the touchy subject.
When the whole cancel culture stuff started, not even that. Not that. That's actually the problem. But when the whole discussing like being open about things like, hey, maybe that's not okay that we're saying and doing that. When that whole thing started, I was like on board. But then now everybody's like racing each other to try to get somebody on something new. Hey, I was watching this backlog of this old cartoon from 50 years ago, and I found something no one else has noticed. Let's get them. Like everybody's like in a rush to like try to find the next thing that we're all supposed to be mad about.
Yeah, like I do remember like some article where someone was like, "Hey, the animations that Cuphead is like basing its art style off of were racist," and I'm like, "That's fair."
Bullshit.
But that
no, it's not fair.
Like yes, they were, especially in their depictions of people of other races. But Cuphead itself isn't being racist, and it's not carrying forth any of the racism in that art style. So we don't have to cancel Cuphead because, but I don't know. Like again, I'm in no position to be making like any of those decisions of like is this going too far, because
here's the thing, art style, it was used to depict racist stuff some of the time, but not 100%. That was just the animation style, and
that's not the stuff that they're borrowing from,
right?
And
no, they're just taking like Steamboat Willie look. They're not some of the, obviously there's bad things done with anything.
Yeah, and you know,
I've been trying to draw a flower on this guy's head for like 20 minutes and I'm failing.
I started using my hands to talk, even though no one can see it, when we started talking about the very sensitive subject, so I stopped drawing altogether.
You gotta draw. All right, well then that's a good sign that we should stop talking about this. We're done.
I will say one last thing if I can about the whole subject. I think the consensus for Cuphead was that it doesn't matter if the bassist had racist things about it, because people still love Cuphead, and we never ended up canceling Cuphead. I think it was more just an invitation to have a discussion about maybe these things that we do. Like if we're gonna take inspiration and say like this was a large, if you're gonna say something was a large inspiration for me growing up, I think you also want to at least let people know that maybe the negative aspects of that thing haven't carried forward in your work, because that's kind of the thing. Like we all take on the negative traits of like our parents if we don't like analyze ourselves and what we do and how they do affect us. So I think the same way with Cuphead, the articles that came out about it wasn't so much trying to cancel Cuphead or even Windsor McKay and like all those old artists, but I think it was more just saying like if we're gonna take, inspiration from these things, we should also not sugarcoat the shit that was there. And I think that was like the main point that article had. But in the regards to quote unquote cancel culture and all that stuff all together, shit's just gotten so crazy. Like there's like Nazis run amok on like Twitter, and like the president is fucking president shit baby man, and all that stuff.
The thing is,
I think when your like car is going off the road, you gotta like steer hard to the other side to get like it back on track. And I think a lot of like what people are complaining about as being like oversensitivity and cancel culture is on like maybe an individual scale. But when we, sort of when it kind of like catches on and it's like legitimate, I think it's just turning the car very hard to the one side, maybe.
If it's legitimate, I agree, but I think people are counteractive to their own their own thing that they're trying to make better. They're making it worse by not using common sense and looking to be outraged instead of picking and choosing when there's actually something there.
Yeah.
Cuphead was made in the style it was because it's a beautiful animation style. And that's just absolutely. It's just drawing from an era of animation. Now by using that animation style, they're in no way saying that never happened, that some people use that animation style for evil.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But
to like completely, I think it'd be more whitewashing to pretend like to pretend like that style of animation didn't exist because some bad things were made with it.
And 100%, yeah. And that, like I said, I don't think anyone was strictly trying to cancel Cuphead.
Right? Yeah, you said that. That's true.
So I think what we just need to make sure, like, that we're identifying things that are, maybe like even racist in origin that we didn't know. Like, Looney Tunes, like Bugs Bunny says all the time, like he what a maroon. And little did I know that maroon is actually a racist term as well. I thought it was just like he was pronouncing the word moron weird.
I never knew what it meant.
Oh yeah, it means like somebody who's like a certain percentile black or something like that. Like there's
damn it, Bugs Bunny.
I know, right? There's like quite, and like I'm not even sure if I'm allowed to be saying these words. But like I like well,
you're discussing it. You're not using them.
Yeah. I like helped sell T-shirts and like helped the guys who were like playing the music for a play once called An Octoroon, which was about a woman who was born the granddaughter of a slave, so she was like 1/8 black or something like that, and like she was still like essentially like visually she was white, but because of her heritage she was still like kind of working for the house essentially as a slave. And it was just like a very interesting play about how racism and all that stuff doesn't even come from a strictly like I don't know, it's really about like racism and like generational like hatred and all that stuff. It was a very interesting play. But you learn a lot when you do that sort of show.
Right.
Very interesting stuff. But I don't want to like discuss a lot of the stuff. Trying to keep it light.
I think that's a good place to stop on that.
Yeah.
But no, that's an interesting topic, and I would love to talk with you more later on.
Yeah. Sorry everybody for bringing.
No, I don't think that's a bad thing. I don't know.
Sorry, I think
it's worth talking about, and I think we handled it well. It was just discussing sensitivity and where people come from. If anybody
has any issues with the way either of us handled certain subjects, feel free to let us know, because we're always willing to learn, I think.
Direct those messages to Ian on his Twitter. He will take all those. He'll handle all that.
Feel free to hit me up.
He'll work as the receptionist in this regard.
Yeah. Sorry, everybody. Okay.
You don't have to be sorry. You didn't do anything.
So do you want to talk about the reason that we have been working on these crops and farmer DrawBomb?
I would. So I, for one, am deep in
How deep?
already deep in this this game, but you just yesterday finally downloaded Stardew Valley.
Yeah, I'm not a hard person to convince to make a purchase, like unless I'm real poor. Like basically the conversation went like, "Hey, do you have Stardew Valley?" And I was like, "No, I don't have Stardew Valley." And then you said,
I said something like, "Really? What?" I'm
like,
surprised.
"Oh, it's like $15." And then I was just like, "Okay, I'll think about getting Stardew Valley." And you're like, "Yeah, it's okay. Like, it's whatever. Let's play another game." And then
you're like, "It's done
"Okay,
downloading."
I bought Stardew Valley. Why'd you have to fucking torture me into this, you fucking asshole? And that's how it went.
It's good stuff. It's good stuff,
Yeah.
and it's very addicting. I definitely have at least 100 hours into that game.
I can check on Steam.
Well, I have played it on Steam as well as Switch.
Okay, so
I have combined. I definitely have 100 hours at least.
Okay. I have 2 hours, I would say. But in my dreams, I've got
You logged 10. Some more hours.
Yeah.
And the time you daydream about it at work.
A lot of it was daydreaming at work too. And guess what? When you dream it and daydream it, shit doesn't get done. So I gotta get back into the game and like actually do all that work I fucking.
Dreams aren't canon.
No, they
which
aren't.
Is probably a good thing. I'd be fired, and everybody I loved would be dead, and I would have no teeth, and I would have gone to school naked many times.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, or nuclear.
I still have dreams about failing college, and I've graduated already. So.
Oh my god, it's been so long since I've had like a "you're still in school and you forgot to do your homework" dream. And
I have those.
It is the best feeling to not have that dream.
I would say they've stopped quite a bit, but now they've changed into fucking things up at work dreams.
Yeah, I do that a lot too, actually. So at work, I deal with numbers and stuff. And the one time I was off balance, like my numbers didn't add up properly, and I was like, "What the fuck is happening?"
And then you woke up.
I wish. But like I had no idea what was going on, and so then we tried to find out why the numbers were off, and just couldn't find it. So I had to go home, and basically how it works is the next day they're gonna look for like why your numbers are off.
Yeah, try to figure it out.
Yeah, so like all night I was just having nightmares where I was like getting fired, and then I'd wake up and be like, and then I'd go back to sleep, and they'd be like, "Hey Ian, sorry, but we can't find that shit, so you definitely
Bobby. Speaking of that, I just started watching King of the Hill from the beginning.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, it's one of those shows that I've never really watched like all the way through in order, so I started doing that.
Yeah, I've never done that too, but I've actually been meaning to get around to doing that too. There's like a list of shows that I like.
I've seen a good amount of the episodes, but honestly, the majority of it I've seen when I was a kid, not really understanding why it's funny.
A majority of King of the... Sorry, go ahead.
I was like, this is, as a kid, I was always like, it's good, but it's also like the most boring cartoon on. Because I didn't get that it was just like, I didn't get what it was making fun of.
Yeah, like a lot of crazy stuff would happen, but like there'd be a lot of in between where they're just like talking.
Where it's just, it's just like the...
Jump out of a tree again!
Nobody's bonking each other on the head.
Somebody go blah!
Hey Matt, if you're still watching, do you have Stardew Valley? Wait for him to respond.
And Matt's right. We did talk about gun control and code monkeys, two very touchy subjects. And yeah, we had a pretty good chat about those things. I think we're not afraid.
You're not getting anything done by not talking about stuff.
This is very true. We just have to. It's all about having a conversation.
I think nothing should be off limits. You just gotta be smart about it
and open-minded.
Yeah.
Like you can't just like go in and be like this. Like I don't know. No conversation is like I'm gonna convince you about this thing.
Right.
If anything, I'm here to learn myself and maybe understand different perspectives, but also voicing my own.
Even in comedy, though, I would say you can make a joke about literally anything if you're clever enough.
Yeah, if you're smart enough, you can make any subject funny enough. But you have to be smart and not an idiot. You can't just be like, "Oh, did I shock you? Oh, are you freaked out?"
A lot of people try that though.
Yeah, people do try that. That's the thing. Like, and like mid 2000s, I would say that was like the form of comedy that like everyone was trying to get on board with. They were just like, oh, how can I like blow people's minds and just like take them out of their comfort zone? And it was just like, this is exhausting.
Well, Matt, sorry, I'm not. I feel like I keep cutting you off to talk to Matt. But
Oh,
no,
no,
I
I
agree with
feel
you.
like-
Like, I remember seeing like a Bob Saget special where he's just like,
Yeah.
hey, the entire bit was, I was that guy from that sitcom, and now look at this crazy shit I'm saying. The jokes were like not even that well written. They're just like shocking.
Yeah.
It's like,
They're just kind
let's make it really crude, and then it's funny by default.
Yeah, exactly. And like,
It's
the
kind of boring.
the joke I know Bob Saget best for is his like segment in the Aristocrats movie.
Oh,
And like, so that just kind of, and like that joke is the point of that joke is
that
shocking.
joke's different. I don't.
But like, that's the thing is like, that's like his, if like that's the most, like, if that's the thing I really know Bob Saget most from is that bit and that thing. Like,
I would say though
His-
that joke is somewhat clever in its delivery.
oh no, it is. What I'm saying is, if I don't hear about any of Bob Saget's stand-up except for his one.
Oh, I
bit,
gotcha.
Like, clearly he's not delivering, because like, you know, other comedians you'll also know about like a really good joke that they've done instead of just like a cameo in a movie. Bob Saget's not impressing anybody with a stand-up, I guess that's what I'm saying. So Bob Saget, if you want to come on to DrawBomb Live,
You were welcome.
let us know. Hit up Brandon in his Twitter DMs. Slide into those DMs.
And tell us how we hurt your feelings with our critique,
That's right.
and then I'll feel
Let us
bad
know.
for saying it.
Let us know if your feelings are hurt, or let us know if you got thick skin and you can handle the criticisms.
And on the flip side, if I step on a rake and it hits me in the face, I will send you that VHS tape stat.
Oh, that's true. He was on one of his Funny Home videos. Well, that was
Sure
Carlton.
was.
Now it's Carlton who does that show.
That show still exists?
Yeah, Carlton.
I guess it has to, right? Can't
I mean,
go away.
Well, the thing is, you would think it would have gone away after the advent of YouTube, but 80-year-olds have to figure out how to get their funny.
Right, they
premium
need it all
viral
compiled,
content.
and they need funny voices put over top.
Yeah, just kind of explaining the general concept of the video as you're watching it, so that you don't like fall asleep during it. Like, oh boy, what if I fall? What?
Oh gosh, I hope I don't fall. Oh no, now I'm falling. Whoops, I fell. Whoop! And there's like a slide whistle. I'm like,
Yeah.
and and it's great stuff. I mean, when I was a kid, I loved it. So I shouldn't shit on it that much, but
Well, as a kid, that shit was fucking again.
also
pre-
YouTube didn't exist yet.
Yeah, so that was pretty.
That was
fucking-
the only way you could find videos of people getting hit in the nuts with a football. But
Yeah,
now,
that or you had to know the person.
but now the internet is completely weighed down with that.
Yeah,
Millions.
it's like
I think there's more time in videos of people getting hit in the nuts than there is time in actual history.
I believe that there's a.
I don't have the statistics in front of me to prove that statement, but I feel like it's true.
They call that the nut shots of history. It's like, hi there, I'm Carl Sagan. On Earth's calendar,
There are billions and billions of nuts being hit by football.
billions and billions of years. And the amount of nut shots is the December of the year's calendar. We are in the last year of December of that.
Hey everyone, I'm Carl Sagan. So,
Hey,
Matt,
I'm Carl Sagan. You're gonna like the way you look.
I guarantee it. So Matt, we have just started playing Stardew last night. Our farm is
What do we call our farm? I forget. Like,
Did
we're
you
very
forget, or you
children.
just not want to be the one who has to say it?
No, I actually forget. Is it like
It's
Bonertown Farms?
Bonertown Farms. We're the Boner Brothers. It's
we're children.
I am Smudge Boner and and Ian is
Boner.
Super Boner. And funniest of all, we don't have an image of it here, but
oh my god, the characters we made, right?
You can definitely be a heart boner. But we made these characters, and we didn't see at all what the other person was making.
But they're definitely brothers.
And they look almost identical. Like, you have, like, all the variants you can do, you can probably make... You can make very, very different characters, and our characters look almost identical.
It's just, it was meant to be. It's great. It's truly something to behold. Like, just it's why we work on stuff together.
Yeah, we're like-minded. It makes the decision process.
It really
you know, it's nice when we're both yes men for each other.
Right? It's like, hey, I agree with myself. Do you agree with myself? Yes, I agree with yourself, and I agree with myself.
Any nays in the bunch? Nope. We all like the same shit.
That's right. So, you know, it's it just makes sense, and we're very in sync, and you can definitely join our farm shenanigans if you want. Although we only have one cabin, though I do see the scrap.
You could add another one.
Yeah, I see like the skeleton of it, so we can definitely get you in.
Oh well, no, you go to the carpenter and you can just build a new one.
All right, so Brandon knows what he's doing, so
we'll get you in there.
Yeah.
ASAP.
The whole time I'm just like, hey, how do I fucking dig up this root? And you're just like, well, if you check the wiki, you can see here.
I told you I have hundreds of hours in this game. I have a problem.
Yeah.
I'm aware. You don't need to shame me for it.
Hey, how do I sell these seashells? Well, Ian, if you check the wiki,
it's simple, really.
There's a shipping container right next to the fucking house where you can put the shells in the shipping container and they get shipped out and you get money at the end of the day.
Once a year on the Stardew Wiki, a picture of my face appears and it's like, we're just trying to, you know, get donations. It's not mandatory, but...
Could you send us a couple bucks?
Just send us a couple bucks. You got a couple, I'm sure.
You get a couple. You bought Stardew Valley, I mean.
Come on.
You got at least $15.
It was $14.99. Send us a couple bucks.
Yeah, they don't even tell you how much the tax is.
What are you doing with that last cent after you bought the game?
Yeah, what are you doing with your pennies, asshole?
Send them here. Send them over here.
Give us your dollar. Or your penny, I mean. But if you got a penny, you got a dollar. Come on.
Obviously. Alright, I think this is a good place to...
This is a good pick, I think.
I like it.
I do too. Bonertown Farms. We shouldn't write that on the picture, though. We should just, you know what we should do? I have an idea. One thing to cap it off.
Can you hear that music in the background?
Of the podcast stream?
No, I think Morgan's jamming out in the other room.
Oh, no, I can't hear that.
Okay. Just a description of our character. They're both like wearing mostly black. They both have like graphic tees. My shirt has a skull. His has a heart. They both have sunglasses, and they both have like giant like 90s like
yeah.
Like
we're basically
bully hair.
Yeah, we're your kid on Play, I think.
We're like a biker gang from an anime or something like that.
Yeah. No, we're definitely the main characters in some anime where it's like high schoolers who have to fight demons.
Yeah. And we're the assholes.
Yeah. But like we learn to be good eventually. It's an arc.
Alright, I'm gonna save this picture.
Alright. I also just found out that my other friend Sydney, she's playing the game. She like just posted a drawing of that game.
Nice. No, it's an awesome game. I will say that.
Well, I'm excited because I've been thinking about it since we played it. So I don't know if you want to play it after we do this episode.
It's quite possible.
You know. Oh, Matt just said, no joke, I almost told Morgan to be quiet. Because you thought you were talking about...
Oh.
That's funny.
You're being too loud, Brandon can hear you.
That's right, all the way on the stream, through the chat. Oh, that's funny.
Alright.
That's a good picture. I think
that's a good one, I'm happy with that. Alright. Clear it out.
Did you save it?
Yes.
Good.
Oh no, I didn't. Shit. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. Yeah, actually, I was like, oh wait. He was so confident.
All right, so which game should we play next?
I'm excited to try our new one that we
Okay.
came up.
So the first step should be.
We should establish the game to the.
Let's establish the game. Yeah, you take it away there, buddy.
Okay. All right, everybody. So we were thinking about doing a game. We're calling it Woolly Willy. Although
I don't feel like that name fits what it is anymore, but we can still call it that if you want. It's a fun name.
Well, I mean, I'm worried about copyright infringement.
Okay,
I think maybe
well-
we should. We'll figure out the name later.
Celebrity switcheroo.
It's called JPEG Mafia.
All right, we don't have to worry about the name right now. Just establish the game.
All right, so the game is I've picked a photo of a celebrity for Brandon to draw over, because you can draw over pictures in DrawPile, the program that we're using to do this show.
Program.
The programmer. Essentially, I picked a photo of a celebrity for Brandon to draw over, and Brandon picked a celebrity for me to draw over, and like we've decided a prompt for the other person to turn that celebrity picture into.
Yes.
And that's it.
I think, yeah, that is it.
Period. End
All right.
of sentence.
So I'm gonna post my picture of my celebrity.
Okay, we should post them at the same time as best as we can.
Okay. Is it just simple as paste?
Yeah, you just think you hit paste. So I'm gonna say
Alright.
3, 2, 1.
Oh my god. Mine.
No, I see in the stream. Okay.
It's 50 Cent.
Interesting. It's 50 Cent.
Oh, I see. I don't know how to make it like. Okay, he's very shiny.
He is very shiny in that
He's
picture.
shinier
Looks like
in this app than he is in the actual.
he's got glitter on him.
He's glistening. He's beautiful. Is he a
I can't tell
vampire?
if those are JPEG artifacts or sparkles. He might
No,
be.
it doesn't matter.
He might be a child.
All right.
I can't tell.
I'm very happy that you chose Steve. Or I almost said Steve Buscemi. It's not Steve Buscemi. That's Willem Dafoe.
It sure is. I'm glad you know.
But you know, they're probably.
You know.
All right. All right.
Yeah, I picked the best photo I could have.
You did a great job. All right, now, like, I guess we'll post what we want you to turn this character into.
Oh,
I'm just
okay.
laughing at the concept. This is a fun game. All right, we'll see how it turns out. What are you writing there? Oh, you just.
Oh, you said we'll post. We'll put on. You gotta turn him into a Super Saiyan. That's what I
Okay.
thought.
I was gonna post a picture of the thing that you should turn him into.
Oh, okay. Yeah, go for that. I'm okay.
Since I have it ready, I guess I'll just
Yeah,
do
go
it
for it.
this
I
time.
mean,
But
you know what a Super Saiyan looks like.
I
right?
do.
Okay. We're kind of being very lax with the rules. Oh my fucking god. Okay,
Oops,
that's
looks like-
incredible.
Let me move him over here.
All right,
So there.
that's incredible. Okay, I can do
All right.
that.
Can you? I don't know what the. Okay, so I'm gonna move the potato away. Or do you even need the picture up?
Do I need what?
Do you want the potato picture there?
Yeah, you can just put it over his suit or something like that.
All right. I'll leave it there and then yeah.
I mean, I can also move it around because now I can do all the things with the layers.
What layer is Willem on?
He's on the Ian 3, which I dragged to the bottom of the Ian so that you can just draw on top of him.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he's on Brenton 1. Cool.
Sure is.
All right, let's give our new game a try. Matt also just says he just became Thane of Falkreath, and he's hyped for our game. Well,
Alright.
Matt, you just became Thane of Falkreath. Are you just playing Skyrim for the first time? Because ooh, you got some adventures ahead of you. Some adventures. All right, I'm gonna real quick take care of one thing, and then I'm gonna be right back. It's gonna take like 2 seconds.
You go ahead. You go ahead and you do that one thing.
He says it's the millionth time he's played Skyrim, and I thought so, okay, that makes sense. Okay, we good.
I don't think Matt ever stopped playing Skyrim. Ian didn't hear that. If he would have laughed at my great joke. Alright, I'm gonna start drawing this. So obviously, needs like beautiful flowing blonde hair. Right? That's what they have.
I am back. What does who have?
I was just discussing what a Super Saiyan needs.
A Super Saiyan?
Yeah, I never watched Dragon Ball Z, which is a mistake. I feel like because everyone seems to be big fans, and it's not. I never not watched it because I didn't think it was good. I just never got around to it.
I watched a lot of Dragon Ball Z up until like when I was in elementary school, and big fan. So I got a good deal of like the Frieza saga. But one thing I will say is that there are a lot of episodes where someone's just like staring at somebody in like a shocked expression on their face, and you hear them like their thoughts going like, "Oh man, Goku's never gonna be fast enough for this guy."
So what you're trying to tell me is that it's an anime?
It's an anime.
Okay.
But they also came out with a new overdub of it, or I'm not sure if it's an overdub, but basically they like redid the original Dragon Ball Z, but they like cut the bullshit apparently.
Oh.
I don't know how accurate of a description I'm giving this, but that's what my friend told me. He basically said like they sort of
Do you think that'll be a good thing, or will it be like disappointing, like when they took Star Wars and added a bunch of bad CGI to it because they thought it looked better?
From what I understand, reception to this has been pretty positive.
Okay, cool.
If you cut the bullshit out of Dragon Ball Z, like you are really saving yourself a lot of time.
All right.
So, because they had to save budget, but then they made 80 million episodes, so you really can just sort of trim the fat.
I feel like I would like it. I don't know. I
It's
love
fun.
this. Yeah, I love like fun animation, and that seems to be what it really is.
It's just like one of those stories where it's just like, hey, guess what? There's this guy, he's the strongest guy in the world, or in the universe. There's this even stronger dude who just showed up. So how does this dude beat him? By training a whole lot to becoming the even strongerest person in the universe.
Right.
And then guess what? When he beats that guy, by blowing him the fuck up with a bunch of energy beams.
Oh, spoilers! God.
There's gonna be another guy who shows up who's even the more strongerest person in the whole world, and he looks real weird, and he's probably got some weird robots or henchmen.
I'm
and
on board.
Watchmen. Yeah, it's pretty
Sold.
fun.
Willem Dafoe doesn't look like you start with that nose. Oh, you've upped the hat to scale, so it's like
Yeah.
it actually looks like a human hat, not a weird potato
Although to be
man
fair,
hat.
now that you're saying that, I do kind of think the hat fitting his head way more would be funnier.
I mean, I'm not trying to sway you.
Oh no. I wasn't really. I was kind of lost in this like.
Discussing Dragon Ball Z.
Yes, and I'm not properly planning out my picture well enough. And also, I just wanted to give you a picture of someone going Super Saiyan. So
I have some. I've seen a lot of memes and also pictures of it, and I brought some up when I started drawing this. So.
Okay.
Unless you were saying that would help I'm taking the wrong direction.
No, it's not you're taking the wrong direction, but there's just a specific expression I think you could add to
Oh, okay, yes. I was debating on changing his face.
Yeah, you should change his face.
His face is not the right face at all. I'm aware of that. But it's also kind of funny to me how wrong it is.
Yeah.
He's just like, I guess I'm Super Saiyan.
I guess I'm going Super Saiyan.
Matt says, have you heard Vegeta's Serenade by DrawBomb?
I can't say I have.
I haven't either.
I haven't listened to a whole lot of DrawBomb. I have a friend who's a very big fan of them.
We can't play it on
whose
here.
couch I lived on for 2 months. But yeah, we can't play it
Or
on
else I
here.
would.
But yeah, it's basically what I want you to do for Willem Dafoe, by the way, is I want you to draw him like with the expression like of when they have just gone Super Saiyan. So they're going like, ah!
Yeah, that's what I was planning on. If I was going to change his
Okay,
face,
good.
it was going to make him screaming.
Okay, cool.
And it's a good thing we have an internet show so that we can get this stuff out there.
I know, right? Because otherwise, people would just think we're weird.
Somebody would have almost had to go to bed tonight not seeing 50 Cent as Mr. Potato Head, and I'm not okay with that. People need to know.
Now, we're really doing the world a service here. And everyone has to see that picture. I think about that particular picture of Willem Dafoe at least once a day.
This photo?
Yes, that particular one.
Why have you seen this before?
I've seen this photo because it's a fucking photo of Willem Dafoe looking goofy as shit. Like, how do you?
He
not?
always looks goofy as shit. It's just his face.
Exactly.
I don't.
That's like the goofiest one on Google Images,
Okay.
man. I thought about it, and I thought about like my love for bad movies, and I think it comes from.
Do you think he's a bad actor?
No, I'm just thinking this is just completely kind of unrelated. But we talk about how I forced you to watch a couple bad movies.
Yes, you did.
Past, and I think I know where my love of bad movies came from, and I think it's my time in the Clock Crew.
Yeah.
Because that was kind of like making and appreciating bad movies, but also some good ones. But the general aesthetic was not.
Now here's the thing, I love bad movies, but there has to be some kind of like redeeming quality in the badness. There are movies that are just straight bad. Yeah. And like they're just it feels like you're like it feels like a chore to get through it. 100%. And that is not. I don't know what the threshold is. I'm not sure what makes some bad movies good and other ones terrible.
Well, I think what makes
there still needs to be some like semblance of a plot. There needs to still be like the building blocks of a movie. Yeah.
Like
if it's just like nonsense, it doesn't work. It's just horrible.
Well, you think about bad movies that came out that like everyone like knows and appreciates in some weird sense, and like you have to think about what
makes them.
What sets that movie apart from its standard bad movie? And I've thought about this a lot. And like for instance, The Room.
Yeah,
like
that was
one of the
curious to hear what you said about that.
So
that's why I cut you off.
Oh no, it's okay.
So I could hear you talk about it.
The Room is like, for those who don't know, because apparently a lot of people just don't know about The Room, even after its like whole heyday and James Franco making a movie about it. But The Room is a terrible, terrible movie made by, I think, a weird Frenchman. His name's Tommy Wiseau, and he claims he's from the Bayou, and
he doesn't really want people to know where he's from, which makes there's a lot of weirdness about it.
There's a lot of weirdness about him. He's a weird guy. And that's just the thing is he had enough money to make a whole movie, and he hired actors. He had money to fund this movie, and it's just the worst. He wrote it, directed it, acted in it, edited it, everything else did it. He just did it all, and it's like the worst movie ever to come out ever. But it's so funny, and the reason I think that The Room is such an enjoyable watch for a bad movie is because it's got that layer. It looks like a movie that would be professionally made by a studio in the 90s, So it looks like a movie that's like solidly put together, and like maybe it could be good, but somehow it just like falls apart at every conceivable angle. It's like when you like watch like those FIFA games where like it's like the super realistic models of the people, and they're all like playing soccer, and like they look so realistic, and then you'll see a gif of like a guy where he like bounces 50 feet in the air, and it's just like, oh my god, that real human being is bouncing 50 feet in the air. But it's not, because it's just a really photorealistic, like really well done graphics, like just breaking down at the seam of like where like a construction of reality meets reality. And I think that's kind of like why The Room is so interesting, is because The Room also hits that weird
certain aspects are close.
Yeah, because like it looks like a professional movie again from the 90s, and then all of a sudden somebody's like, I definitely have breast cancer, and it's just like, oh no, the soccer player has fallen through the field. It's just that weird disconnect.
All the things that a movie should do and the rules they follow, it just kind of like breaks those.
Yeah, it's so close to being legitimately just a regular movie, and
I think that's very, very. I feel like you're giving it a lot of credit by saying no, that's that close.
Well, no, because like he spent money on it. He had like HD cameras. He hired actors. Like there's lighting in the movie.
You're saying
like,
visually,
like, and presentation wise, aside from like the shitty MIDI music, Like, there's people holding the cameras. Like, there's actors in a room. Like, it's got all the makeup of a professional
It's got the work put into the production.
Yeah, like, he hired a skilled production team who actually knew what they were doing, and then everything else just did not meet that standards, and it was one weird French guy doing every aspect of it. So it's like, it's, you know, the movie is a real movie up until anybody moves, breathes, says anything. You know, just it's almost just because like if you take Birdemic for instance, that's like a really shitty movie that people know about because it's like the worst movie ever.
Right.
But it also looks really bad. Like you know, you've seen Birdemic, right?
I haven't watched it the whole way through, but I've seen a lot of like reviews of it and things like that.
So like you've seen like clips of it, and like it doesn't look like a professional movie at all. Like it's shot with like a camcorder.
Yeah.
It looks like.
Yeah, it looks
like,
real bad.
The sound is bad. Like the sound in the room, you can hear every line of dialogue, and it's all like balanced well. But then like some guy is saying like, "Hi, I'm Denny, and I can't throw a football," and it's just like, what the fuck, man? That is like the greatest audio recording of the shittiest line I've ever heard. And then in Birdemic, some guy is like, "Hey."
But that's great for different reasons. I don't know. It's hard to nail down what makes one good and one bad.
Well, yeah, they're different. There are different types of bad movies, but I think that's in particular why The Room kind of popped off so much as a bad movie. Is that disconnect?
I also think something that has a lot to do with it is the more genuine the movie is, the funnier it is. Like the people who are making it, like when they make like Sharknado and it's like, this year's worst movie, and it's like, what? Like that's stupid. So I don't care if you think it's bad, then why the hell should I watch it? If you think it's great and it's terrible, then that's a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly. It's just I agree. Like Sharknado, I don't give a shit about. I've seen Sharknado. Go figure. Are you surprised? Are you surprised I've seen Sharknado?
I'm not surprised.
But yeah, Sharknado. They like were trying to make the worst movie possible, and it's just like I get it. You made it dumb on purpose.
Anyone can make a bad movie.
Yeah, on purpose,
yeah.
But making it genuinely like The Room
attempting
is
to make the best movie and failing is a lot more entertaining.
Yeah, because The Room is clearly Tommy Wiseau dealing with a breakup of some kind, because that's
I feel like there's some aspects from life in there.
Yeah, there's no way that dude is just like, oh, I decided to make a movie where a whore of a woman breaks up with her rich banker boyfriend and then cheats on him with his best friend, so he kills himself. So I made this movie. It's just like, okay, dude, we get it. You're Johnny, played by you. So,
you doing okay, by the way?
You're doing okay, Tommy Wiseau. Can we discuss the ending of the movie at least? You're in good company. You know, it's a very genuine movie. Like that's a dude pouring his heart out into that script and
he's
making the best.
Trying to make the best movie he can make.
And he had the funding. If he wasn't a talentless dude, like he would have, like if he had any perception of like what makes anything good, he had the money to bankroll something at least passable, but he didn't because he decided to be the writer, director, actor, all that shit.
Yeah.
Like he should have been producer, and then he should have backed the fuck out of The Room and let someone else.
And should have let people tell him like, oh no, don't do this, or
yeah. But he didn't.
Oh well, he's
you know now.
He did a lot better with that bad movie than he would have done with if he made a good one.
He did a lot better with the worst movie ever than a lot of great directors have done with some really good movies.
Yeah, he's doing just fine. So, and now he's embraced it. So who cares?
Yeah, exactly. I heard that new Tommy Wiseau movie that he also made with Greg Sestero, the dude, Mark from The Room. I hear that's really bad.
Yeah, I'm not gonna watch
Go
that.
figure. You're not gonna watch it?
No.
I don't think I am either. Have you ever heard of Neil Breen?
No, I don't think so.
So, Neil Breen, and I know about him only because of Your Movie Sucks. which is a YouTube channel about a guy where a guy just reviews movies, obviously. But Neil Breen is like the next Tommy Wiseau, but like he's still just making movies. But like you can only buy the movies as DVDs that like come in homemade jewel cases off of Amazon or some shit like that. Like they're just, you should look up the video about. I'm gonna send you a link. You don't have to put this in the DrawBomb, but there's a video that he did about Neil Breen. It's definitely worth a watch because his movies are like sort of gaining a cult following for being so terrible.
Okay.
Boom. Sent it to you. But they're really bad. They're super terrible movies, and he's kind of like the next. I don't want to say like this guy's the next Tommy Wiseau because like fucking gag me. But he is like the next person to gain a cult following as a person who's just making just like uniquely this person but garbage, you know?
Yeah.
No one's gonna make a movie like Neil Breen, but no one's gonna make a movie by Neil Breen because someone might make a good movie. How's your Super Saiyan come along? Because I think it's looking great.
I think I'm about done.
Alright. I'm just about done with my guy too.
How's it going, man? Ow! No! Ow! Ow! Not there! Ow! Ow!
Alright. Let's see, what's this? Just keep it his shoulders, it's perfect. Alright, let's see. So, I still feel like I should name him. One.
I thought the show was over. It started? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, okay.
Willita. Nah, that sounds like that's a more feminine sounding name.
Alright, I got it.
Yamcha.
How do you spell his last name?
Dafoe, I think. That's what I typed when I searched it. But that could be wrong. It's not very often that Google's just like, hey, do you mean? Because it's just like, now they've given up. They're just like, oh, okay, fuck it. You're never gonna spell this shit right. You're never gonna spell restaurant right, and I've given up trying. Google.
There, I named it. Thank you, everyone.
God damn it.
Thank you. I'd like to thank my family. I'd like to thank the public school system.
Who brought me to this moment?
I'd like to thank the big man upstairs.
Kyle.
Guy who lives upstairs in this duplex. He really helps me out with a lot of stuff. He's a good guy.
He's a good guy. He comes down and fixes the plumbing occasionally.
He just does it out of his own kindness. You know, he's not required to help me by any means. Just a nice person. Thanks, Kyle.
Thanks, Kyle.
I want to thank. I think that's it. I think that's everybody.
Yeah, I got no one else to thank. Everyone else, you've all been sucking on the teat of my goodwill for too fucking long. You're all on your own.
Cutting you
I
all
hope you're
off.
ready. I'm cutting you all off. So get packing your bags, folks, because guess what? Tomorrow it's the fucking skids. Anyways, I'm almost finished with my 50 cents. So.
I'm gonna race the little potato man peeking out from behind.
Awesome. Cool. Thank you. I appreciate that. Because I was gonna.
And then
It's nice because I can actually edit like all the layers now. It's made things.
yeah,
very
sorry I would have
streamlined.
done it sooner. I didn't think about it.
No, it's like I had no idea how to do it myself. So I mean. Oh, thank you.
So I thought I like this better because it was basically because you subverted my expectations, but I was fully expecting you to just do it off his head. And this is funny in its own way.
Does the rest of it pretty much match up with what your expectations?
Yeah, it's pretty dead on there.
Can I make one addition to your very incredible, by the way, Willem Dafoe?
Sure, go for it.
Okay. It's not gonna be too much.
Oh yeah, I was actually gonna do that and forgot. So thank you.
No problem. It was almost there, and then it just this is
Something
this is pretty
just-
much my imagination.
I think something just appeared in your mustache.
Something disappeared on my mustache. My mustache does look kind of weird, doesn't it?
Well, no, something like there's a black line that like just popped up. I think like your mouse might have skipped or something.
Let me see. Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm gonna fix that. But thanks for the heads up. There we go. All right, I think we did it.
I think it's did.
It's did.
All right.
So that was our very first attempt at doing a game that we're calling.
I don't know what we're calling that yet.
Shit, yeah. Sounds really nice.
Celebrity Switcheroo.
No, we're not calling.
I'm gonna campaign for that title from now on.
No. Okay.
Thanks for watching this week's Celebrity Switcheroo.
Hashtag not called Celebrity Switcheroo. That's the name of the game.
It's called not hashtag Celebrity Switcheroo.
Hashtag not Celebrity Switcheroo.
No, put the hashtag after not.
No, but what? No, what? No, because then Celebrity Switcheroo becomes the tag. I see what you're doing here.
No, I'm on your side.
You're
Put it in-
steamrolling me.
Post it like this.
No. Get that away.
I'm not gonna write switcheroo. That's too much. All right. I'm just gonna say it. All right. Done. Let me save this.
Alright, cool.
Man, I'm gonna have to come up with a good hashtag when I post that.
I'm calling this game Google Oh My Gods.
Okay.
DrawBomb Celebrity Dress Up Extravaganza Special Edition, says Matt.
It's kind of a long. Doesn't quite roll off the tongue as well as Celebrity Switcheroo.
That doesn't roll off the tongue either.
I disagree. All right. Whoa.
What if we call? Oh, that looks.
He looks a little too small for his britches.
He does. Celebrity
Whoa.
Switcheroo.
Wait, can you put stuff back? That's,
Oh, that looks cool.
that's kind of cool.
Wait. Okay, I have another idea. Okay, I'm
Can
gonna
you-
draw under your picture now.
All right, go for it.
Draw under-
All right, I'll do. Yeah, okay, I like this idea. I'm on board. All right. Okay.
Celebrity Switcheroo. No,
See?
don't.
See, it's catchy.
It's not catchy.
You're
Stop
on
it.
board.
I
You're
didn't-
saying it.
No, stop it. I was filling silence in the podcast. It's not even a podcast. It's DrawBomb Live.
I don't know what to do here. You just look so much like Mr. Potato Head.
He does, doesn't he? I was thinking you were gonna like add weird arms to him or something like that.
Yeah, I was going to, and I might still. I'm just trying to think of a way to. Matt's on board with this end game. I think this is a good way to end it too.
Yeah, I think so. What? How serendipitous, am I right?
You're
We
right.
could have deleted those layers in a different order and never thought of this.
Matt, I'm glad you could watch this week.
Yeah, really happy to have you on board.
You'll have to let me know like a week in advance next time that you're free, and then you could be on the show with us if you're interested.
Hey, I'd love to have you on. Oh, also Matt. Brandon got Duck Game.
Oh yeah. I have Duck Game, and I like it. Play that. It's fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. We played a little bit last night. Matt says, "Hell yeah, Duck Game."
He's ready to beat somebody new.
Yeah, you kicked my ass last time. But guess what, Matt? I've gotten used to the controls of the game now.
So now you'll only win by
10
8 instead of 10.
Yeah. Celebrity. No. This game is called
Celebrity Switcheroo?
Swap-a-Doodle Ding Dongs. We're calling it Okay, this game is called .PNJesus Christ. This
But
game
mine
is
was a
called...
JPEG. That won't work because mine was a JPEG. But Celebrity Switcheroo works because there were two celebrities. And clearly there was a switcheroo of some sort. I think we can all agree on that.
The name of the game is called .BM Please Stop. .GIF to God. Wait, gift from Celebrity Switcheroo. See what's going on with my picture. Oh my god, you've made Mr. Potato Head into a sad old man.
Hey!
Hey, kids!
I'm everyone's favorite toy, Mr. Potato Ted.
Mr. Potato Ted. That's right, I had a stroke. It's not funny.
I don't have any legs underneath these big pants. I lost them. But I made the best of it.
What? Wait, how is he still wearing the pants then?
My torso's just sitting in this giant plastic bowl that looks like pants and shoes. But I lost my legs. They're long gone. Boy, do I miss them.
I miss those legs.
They were good ones, too.
Somebody should cosplay that Mr. Potato Head.
The life and times of Mr. Potato Ted.
Mr. Bleep 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 Bloop Bleep.
I'm not allowed to say the actual name. I'll be sued into oblivion. They'll take my arms.
That's how I lost my legs.
The people at Mattel have some really aggressive lawyers.
They sure do. So I think they have ties with the mafia.
This is somebody's attempt. This drawing is basically what somebody's Mr. Potato Head cosplay would look like in real life.
Yeah, it is.
She's like, hey, I'm everyone's favorite potato. And you're like, ugh.
Oh god, I didn't even see that. I was gonna make his hair on fire, but I decided to just keep the hair.
Some people say I resemble the voice actor of Mr. Potato Head more than the actual character.
Who's the voice actor of Mr. Potato Head?
Don Rickles.
Looking at pictures of Don Rickles. Oh dear God, yeah, I can see that. Here.
giving people visual aid. I think even Don Rickles. Oh my God!
Turn this picture into Mr. Potato Head.
When you, I'm sure that's done. When you posted it originally, for some reason it's negative. God.
Yeah, I have that layer set to
The shit I see during my sleep paralysis. I see a negative Don Rickles moving through my bedroom.
He keeps telling me secrets.
Everyone tells me it's sleep paralysis, but I know it's real.
I keep trying to change the layer property so that like I can make it flicker back and forth between negative and not negative
like it.
Don Rickles. But I'm having a hard time making the effect work. So
tonight you're gonna be like Stardew Valley, and I'll be like in bed going, Don Rickles.
Don Rickles. Oh God. Will we ever truly be free of him? Alright, I think I've got my... Are you distracted, Brandon, by negative image Don
I am, I don't like it. It's intimidating. Seizure warning to anybody.
Get the picture done, Brandon!
The celebrity switcheroo has gone sour.
Called satanic switcher.
Alright, I'm done.
You're done. Okay.
Please get away with.
I'm trying to remove Don Rickles, but I'm having a hard time. Okay, there.
Oh, I like the fork. That's nice.
I didn't do too much. I got more distracted making negative image Don.
That's alright, you know. It's all about the journey.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, that dude looks like a fucking... He looks like Bowser from the Super Mario Brothers movie.
You're drawing?
No, Don Rickles.
Oh.
Here, let me just,
Oh, well, no, that's not Bowser. You're thinking of the Goombas.
Am I?
Yeah. Bowser's like a dinosaur or something, but the Goombas in... Oh my gosh. He does look a lot like a Goomba from... Are you bringing up a picture, or should I?
Yes, I'm...
I think Don Rickles just passed away like a year ago, so maybe
let's find out. Am
Rest
I being
Don Rickles? I mean, he was a comedian. I'm sure he would be fine. People making fun.
No disrespect, Don Rickles, who died.
Passed away in 2017.
Okay, I think that's
Fine.
yeah.
I'm
Look,
sure he has
dude,
a good
it's in
sense
the
of
name
humor.
of comedy.
He was a very
Get off my.
a very like you'd rip on people, so I'm sure.
Get off my fucking ass, Don Rickles.
He was like curmudgeon-y. This is kind of his whole shtick. He kind of fits Mr. Potato Head, like the character from Toy Story, except that's like a family-friendly version.
Yeah, that's true. I do love Mr. Potato Head in those movies, though.
Alright, let's get this stuff off the screen. I don't want to look at it anymore.
Yeah. Sorry to subject everybody to Don Rickles. So that was a fun ending to that game.
Great. It's a great ending. Alright, what's next?
So we have a couple options. It's 9 o'clock. We've been doing the stream for an hour, so we
We're making good time, I feel like.
Yeah, so we got 2 solid games in. We could either do another round of rock paper pencil. I do kind of like rock paper pencil as like app to the show. I don't know how you feel about that.
Being like the end?
Yeah,
I'm cool with that.
Like, and then we could do like a comic jam, or we could talk about some things and just draw shit. Matt could tell us something to draw.
How about let's, unless you don't want to be on the spot, Matt, how about a drawing prompt if you're still here watching?
Yeah.
It can be anything. It can be as simple as like a dog, or it can be like something more complicated than that.
Yeah.
If you're interested. You don't have to if you don't want to.
Yeah. Also, I don't know if you'd be interested in checking out a website, a cool visual sort of website, as like part of the stream. But I found this website called noclip.website, and what it is they took a whole bunch of like the data from different video games and made it so that you can literally just like fly around the levels in like different games.
That's
like
become a kind of a thing. I've seen a few channels on YouTube that their main thing is just exploring maps for classic games, like going off
Yeah.
and finding little like artifacts and weird, interesting details about how the game works from the
Yeah,
background.
it's really cool. They had like levels from Okami where they actually like recreated the shaders, so you can actually just like it looks like Okami, but you can just fly around and look at the shit. It's really cool. It's
I was watching. This is kind of unrelated, but no, it's not unrelated actually. But I was watching one where they were discussing Resident Evil 2 after the remake came out. Did you play that?
Mhm. I did. I
You
loved
did.
the shit.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I annihilated that game.
But somebody was tearing apart the map, and they found out that Mr. X actually moves around the map, like physically. Like
He like actually has to move from room to room.
he's actually moving around at all times.
That's awesome.
He doesn't just like spawn near you.
That's so cool. That I mean that makes it all feel so.
It makes
much
it more
better.
authentic. It makes it less like
Yeah.
feel less like unfair when he just is on your ass.
Yeah, it's like, oh no, he actually did find. I mean, I managed to go long stretches without him finding me because, you know, I was just
If you keep
being really
moving.
quiet.
And
Yeah.
it's not that big of a place though, too. So he can.
Oh yeah, he does find you eventually. It's so good.
I love that game.
is
I've only played the
so
one
good.
playthrough, but I'm excited to play the other.
Yeah, me too. I started doing a Leon, but I decided to do it on like the hardest difficulty to see like what that was like. And do not do it, everybody.
No,
Don't-
I mean
don't.
I couldn't even beat the. They put all those little arcade modes. I couldn't even beat
Oh.
any of those, so I'm not gonna.
I
Attempt,
couldn't beat a single one of those.
I'm not
man.
gonna
I tried-
attempt hard on the main game if that's too hard
I
for
got
me in
so
its most
close.
basic setting. I couldn't
The
beat
one
any
with
of
like
them.
the one with like the creepy white like alien like zombies so you can't kill. I got so far in that one, and then like
Where you
I
play
just
as like
kept
the
going.
girl.
Yeah,
That's the one I got the farthest into.
then that just kept going, right? Like
I kept like being like, okay, I gotta be close to the end, and it just kept happening. And I'm like, how do you beat
Yeah.
this?
what the fuck, man? I can't deal with the lickers now. Jesus. Lickers are like these weird crawly dudes who they're fast, man.
They're scary looking too. Oh my god. Who's texting me?
That scared the shit out of me.
I'm so sorry. Alright,
Ah.
turn the sound off here.
No, folks, we did not get 2 new followers. on
I
the
wish we
channel.
did.
Yeah, that'd be nice. No, we just love that noise.
It's a good noise.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, for context, when someone follows us on Twitch, that's the sound that plays.
So if you want to hear what
if
that
anyone's
noise is
watching-
like, follow us.
But you have to, if you want to hear the noise, you have to follow us while we're streaming the show. So,
Right.
them's the breaks.
Or,
But,
if
yeah.
you want to hear that noise, watch
Tell your friends.
classic 90s sitcoms.
Yeah, I did watch episodes of Home Improvement recently.
Yeah? How's it
It
hold
was
up?
just on. It's definitely like 90s sitcom number 87.
I was gonna say, there's some sitcoms that hold up. I
Yeah.
recently watched a
still
little
like
bit
Friends.
of Cheers. And it was alright. It was good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't.
I've been trying to watch Frasier again because people
Yeah.
say like the beginning is garbage, but I hear that show really goes through a couple of transformations as it goes on.
It definitely has some like great episodes.
Yeah, so I'm interested in seeing those. As you know, I have no like I can watch bad stuff for no end.
Yes, I do know that.
So I will definitely stick through the rougher episodes of Frasier.
Okay, Matt, you're back. Oh, maybe that would be a good drawing prompt, Frasier. I was gonna say, Matt, do you want to pick a drawing prompt for us to draw on the show, or should we play another game if you don't want the pressure coming down upon you? I forgot. Yeah, I was trying to think. Somebody who's been selling Frasier to me, and it's Matt. Matt loves Frasier.
That's funny.
Also, my girlfriend's parents really love Frasier. They talk about it a
Interesting.
lot.
My whole family hates Frasier.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're just
I
like,
mean,
oh my god.
there are definitely, like, I can't speak for the whole show. I've not watched it all. I watched a lot when I was a kid, but that's kind of King of the Hill territory where I was like, I
Yeah.
think this is funny, but I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like,
The
the
watch a lot
audience
of
seems to be
Friends.
laughing. I get the context that something funny is supposed to be entered here, but I don't have
really-
perspective as a child.
Yes. Yes. Frasier, I'm afraid you do not have the perspective as a child. Damn it, Niles.
There's this there's okay, you've probably seen some of his stuff. He has this channel where he makes these little short animations. They're all very short, but like one of them got popular. He did like the Pepe Sylvia scene from the mailroom. He
Oh yeah, I
animates
love
them
that
like
animation.
almost yeah. Okay, so he did this one.
Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia, Pepe Sylvia.
I
Boxes of
think
Pepe.
we're the kids. I think is his page or something like that. Give him credit, but he did one about a Frasier, where they're like demon slayers or something,
Shit,
and
really?
it's only like 30 seconds long, but I watch it often. It's very funny.
That's
I'm
great.
gonna
I
send
gotta
it to
check
you.
that
I'm gonna
out.
find it real quick.
Alright. Excellent.
Everybody check out his stuff. He's very talented.
They're so good. The It's Always Sunny animation is incredible.
Yeah, it's Where the Kids. He's on YouTube. I think he has Instagram and like a Patreon stuff. I'm sure he could really use the bump from us, to
Yeah.
talk him up.
All of Matt.
Here, I'll send it to you. Is that something I should just show on the channel, or I don't know how this?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what the legality of us showing.
I mean, it's
YouTube
a
videos.
30-second video, and I like gave him credit and
mean-
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. What do you think?
I don't know. I know YouTube keeps changing the rules on like how people can like content claim like channel videos and shit like that. I'm not sure if we have anything to be worried about right away.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try it. I'm just gonna show it.
Yeah, just fucking go for it. Whatever. This is our show. We
Let's
can
do it.
what we
Yeah.
want.
All right.
If we eventually get the clout to like that this becomes an issue, like
Yeah.
we'll just pay for the rights to
I mean,
show
we're
the shit.
obviously sensitive. We're not trying to take advantage. All right. I'm gonna show it real quick.
I got whole boxes of Pepe.
Niles, what shall we do with this one? Is eternal damnation too harsh?
Perhaps a half damnation.
Ah, but you know those aren't as fun.
Let's ask Dad. Dad?
Father, how shall this imp be punished?
Yeah, just give him a swift kick in the pants.
I love his drawing
I
style.
think eternal damnation is best.
Agreed.
Yeah. Yeah. He's great.
Yeah, I'm a swift kick in the pants.
I think Eternal Damnation's better.
I don't know. I like that video.
Yeah, me too. That's great. I love his style. It's a very good
Yeah.
like.
It's like
Wait.
reminiscent of like classic like anime.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of SWAT Cats for some reason.
I kind of get like some slight Ghibli, some slight like Akira. I don't know,
Yeah.
but it's still very like his own, for sure.
Yeah. Ever since I posted on Twitter that I haven't seen Akira yet, I've had like a million people be like, "You haven't seen fucking Akira?"
I just watched it for the first time a few days ago, and funny enough, I think you told me this. Yeah, you pointed it out
Yeah.
to me. It was like 3 days after I watched it. It's the date the movie takes place.
Yeah, that's
Like,
right.
There's like a title card in the beginning where it's like, I don't remember when, but like it's like August 1st, 2019. And I didn't even notice that. I just watched it, and I like just like
Yeah, you're
ignored that and kept going.
Did you get shown it by somebody, or did you decide to
I
just
thought you sent it to me.
Akira?
That little snippet.
No, I'm talking about like when did you did someone?
Oh, the
show
movie?
you Akira, yeah.
Oh, I've just been told about it for years and years and years, and I finally got around to watching it. It just happened to be like 2 days
Decided
before.
to watch it one day
That was just coincidence. Purely
out of the
coincidence.
blue. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was definitely the one who showed you that it was that day because I remember seeing that on Twitter, and then you posted like, "I just saw Akira," and I'm like, "Did you mean to?"
No, not intentional at all. Very strange.
That's funny. Very
All right,
strange
Matt.
indeed.
So, do you have a suggestion, or should we play a game? He's like, I think I have an idea, and then
Yeah, I saw that, and
that was it.
I was expecting a follow up.
He likes to. He likes to.
Just to keep us on edge.
Right. Plays hard to get.
Yeah. Oh, that Matt.
He's always doing that.
Oh, it's pushing our buttons.
This does actually kind of look like, hey, I'm Mr. X.
Yeah.
Your guy's like a scared Leon. Here, I'm gonna change him up a little bit.
All right, cool. I'm glad it comes across as a scared Leon because I wasn't
Definitely
sure.
is.
All right, awesome. I did no research into like what his clothes actually looked like in the game. What I say, Niles? What I say, Frasier? What do you think of that Mr. X character? Well, Niles, I think he's a nuisance, and he needs to quit following me around the house.
He's a bothersome fellow, isn't he?
Yes, I think so. But every time I shoot him in the face a bunch, he just staggers for a little bit, and then he starts right back up a minute later.
Frasier jokes written by people who haven't watched the show.
Right?
This week
Just
on
people who have
DrawBomb.
seen clips of Frasier and Niles. I mostly know of what Frasier and Niles' relationship is with each other on the show through Sideshow Bob and Mel in The Simpsons.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. It's like voice actors, right?
Yeah, it's the same voice actors and the exact same characters, essentially, just as psychopathic killers.
Is that intentional?
I assume so.
Because
Because why else would they have? Why else would they have?
I never thought they were the same characters, but I didn't know. I don't know.
Well, it's not that they're the same characters, but they're essentially like their relationship as brothers is the same as their relationship as brothers in Frasier.
I got you.
It's like if you looked at the relationship between myself and my brother, someone would be like, okay, you guys are clearly doing Angry Beavers. But if you were to see the relationship between Sideshow Mel and Sideshow Bob, you'd be like, that's Niles and Frasier. It's just to a T.
I watched a lot of, as I mentioned, it was like kind of like King of the Hill. I watched a lot of Frasier as a kid because I didn't have cable.
Mm-hmm.
So you watch a lot of the same stuff, network stuff, and yeah, there were certain things that were funny to me then, but I'm sure 99.9% of it went over my head. Or
Yeah, that's the thing, is that's why I've been trying to go back and like re-experience a lot of media I grew up with, because I'm like, I was like not picking up any of that. Like, I might as well have just not watched that shit.
Yeah.
Except for like it being the formative experiences, some of them, of my life. So, you know, I just need to really go back and check everything. Oh, yes, Matt, we did talk about the new Rocco show, but I haven't seen it yet.
no, we haven't discussed it yet. We brought it up and then we were gonna wait till you watched it.
Yeah, my plan was to watch it this past weekend, but I actually have a funny story about this past weekend that happened. So, way back in April, before I knew I would become homeless, I signed up for, or no, maybe it was the beginning of June. It was sometime in the beginning of the summer. I signed up for this thing. It's a biking camping trip. And this is before I was homeless, so I was making plans for just things to do that were fun. And it
Things
was
that somebody
basically
with a home would do for a good time.
yeah, pretend to be homeless for a day by camping out in the forest. So essentially what happened was my friend owns a bike shop, or he doesn't own the bike shop, he works for the bike shop, but he's a big part of it, and he's been doing these biking camping trips to like different state parks and stuff like that, and I signed up for the one in September, which was this past weekend. But for some reason, and I don't know why this happened, the whole time leading up to this camping biking trip, I was under the impression that it was the weekend of the 14th.
Oh.
And I found out that was not the case by a text message from another friend of mine who was also going on that trip, saying, "Hey, are you ready for this weekend?" And I was like, "Ha ha ha."
Like ready for
Next
what?
weekend, right? Right? You mean like the next weekend? Like that's when the thing is? And he's just like, "No, it's tomorrow." And I'm like, "No, I'm sorry, it's not tomorrow. It's Saturday, like this Saturday." And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm supposed to work that Saturday." So then that meant the next day at work, I had to like get somebody to cover my shift.
Mm-hmm.
In a mad scramble, and I did.
You succeeded.
Thankfully, I succeeded, and then I went on this fucking biking camping trip. So I was going to watch Rocco and Invader Zim this weekend, or this past weekend, but then I found out that my plans were dramatically altered.
Watch them both because I enjoyed them both.
Yeah, people have had really good things to say about them, and I'm excited to, relive parts of my childhood.
I said it last time, and I won't go in deeper until you watch it, but I ended up liking. I liked them both, but the one that I thought I would like more, I ended up liking second. If that, I don't know how to phrase better than that. The one, yeah.
Interesting. I'm still trying to figure out which one is which, and I'm gonna
Right.
guess when I've seen it.
But they're,
yeah, I'm
they're
excited.
both good, worth watching for sure.
Have you seen the new Dark Crystal that came out?
No, I've not. But in my defense for not jumping on that, I honestly never really watched Dark Crystal when I was a kid. So
Yeah, I never watched the
kind of
original
slipped past
either.
me. I mean, I've
But-
watched a lot of like similar things like Labyrinth and Never Ending Story, but Dark Crystal was one that I just never really watched.
Yeah, I hear people on Twitter saying it's also very good.
Yeah, it looks like they put a lot of work into it. It's got a lot of like big names and like they did the whole Jim Henson thing. I like traditional effects. That's always something that
Oh yeah,
sells
practical
me.
effects I think just work a lot better in most cases.
Yeah. I like the craftsmanship that goes into it.
Yeah, absolutely. It's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch those like behind the scenes footages of like the original Star Wars, where they're like, "Yeah, we built these Death Stars and we blew them up for real." That's how we got the effect of a Death Star
Made the
blowing
model,
up.
blew it up. It'd be fun,
Like
though.
that explosion wasn't good enough. We need a better explosion.
It was like original Burning Man.
Yeah.
Let's build a giant sci-fi model and then put explosives in it.
Yeah. And then people will do drugs.
I mean, I'm sure Star Wars has inspired people to do some drugs.
Oh, Star Wars inspired me to do drugs.
There you go.
You ever hear Death Sticks?
Nope. Tell me about those.
In Death Sticks, there's that really horrible scene in like Star Wars Episode 2 where Obi-Wan and Anakin are chasing after the assassin in like this and they like chase it in like this bustling metropolis, and it takes them all the way to like this like club that's happening. It's like packed, and then like they're like trying to blend in by staying dressed as fucking Jedi in the middle of a bar full of like people in weird like S&M getup. And Obi-Wan's sitting there just trying to look real cash in this fucking bar. And then this dude walks up who looks like extra who shouldn't have gotten so close to the camera because it's just like a dude with like fake horns. And he's just like,
Hey, do you want some death sticks?
and Obi-Wan's like does the Jedi mind trick and he's like, you don't want to sell me death sticks. And he's just like,
Never mind. I don't want to sell you death
steps. And Obi-Wan's like, you want to go home and rethink your life. And the guy's like,
I want to go home and I'm gonna rethink my life.
I'm happy about this, but Death Sticks
cigarettes.
sound. Oh sure, but Death Stick sounds like the name you would come up with for a drug in a movie that's called Star Wars.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the most basic, like it's such a big picture thing that's just like, well, it's in
Yes.
space and they're fighting, so Star Wars, Death Sticks.
Have you guys fought against the fascist regime empire yet? No, not yet. But they sure did name themselves the fascist regime empire.
Seems hard to market, but they seem to be doing alright, despite all that.
Now, excuse me while I board my spaceship, the SS Spaceship.
The Space Flyer.
Yeah.
It's a ship that flies through space.
And it's gonna fly into the Death Star.
That's funny to me. It's like, come on.
Yeah. There was a moment on the biking trip where we were looking for like sticks to use for marshmallows, and because we were doing that, we did that,
Death
motherfucker.
Sticks for the marshmallow.
We're down to death sticks. No, but he was like, yeah. So since it's a state park, we're not allowed to tear any branches off the trees, so we have to like find sticks on the ground. That's called deadfall. And I was like, are you sure there's not like 18 video games named that?
That's what they're based on. Gotta
Yeah,
find the right
that's
stick.
I gotta find your great stick.
Blam, 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 blam.
Ooh. It
Boy,
really took it out
what are
of
all
me.
these zombies doing here? They're really ruining my camping trip.
Yeah. I had a whole bunch of duct tape that I bought for various reasons for the camping trip, like
Oh,
just
God.
in case zombie apocalypse happened.
Alright.
We knew that like, you know, that duct tape would save us if the zombies came.
Might.
Because then we could make some real death sticks.
Anyways.
spears.
So, you bought... Oh, I thought you were gonna... There was a story with the duct tape.
No, that's it. I had
The end
duct
of the
tape.
story is I now have duct tape.
Hey, guess
So
what?
there
folks?
I was without duct
Can't
tape.
win them all.
There it
They
was,
can't all be great stories.
without duct tape, and then a bunch of shit happened, and now I have some.
I have some duct tape in a bag right now. Surrounded by bungee cables. I hope no one ever just goes through my room randomly and it's like, why are there duct tape and bungee cables in this bag? That was weird.
I was camping.
I was, you know what the Boy Scouts say, always be prepared.
They're
What's
always
this-
saying
what- What's this fertilizer doing here? You know what they always say, always be prepared. Why did you have like 15 dogs all named Igor that all disappear slowly over time? What can I say? It all feels like a jinx to me.
I like Matt says they could just call the Empire the Hitler allegory.
Right? Time to fight the Hitler allegory.
Little too on the nose.
Yeah. Maybe we should scale back.
Star Wars.
We'll call them the Empire.
Spaceship fight movie.
Has anyone made that movie yet? You could be the
God, I
first.
hope so. It sounds great. I hope they create a whole cinematic universe.
Yeah, me too. I say Niles. Or Frasier. I'm doing Niles' voice while I have him say I say Niles. I say Frasier.
It always starts with I say.
Yeah, I don't know why. It's like every European accent I do starts with them going oi.
Alright,
Frasier.
I'm gonna save this one if you're done.
Yeah, I'm all set.
I like this one.
Frasier, have you seen my lightsaber? I say Niles, I can't be keeping track of every lightsaber you keep lying around.
I'm Beast
Frasier.
from X-Men. Does he say that?
Oh, that's where he is, yeah. I'm very embarrassed by my large feet. In fact, it's the scariest thing about me is my very oversized feet.
I want to
That's-
draw Frasier characters now.
Yeah, me too. We should do that. We should draw Frasier characters as a different show.
Matt wrote Emperor Frasier Crane.
Should we do
Star Wars?
Yeah, Star Wars Frasier.
Do you want Frasier or Niles?
Well, who are they gonna be? Is a better question.
Make them Star Wars characters.
Like, should Frasier be Luke Skywalker, or should what if Frasier is Han Solo and Niles is Chewbacca?
Okay. You know.
I say Niles. No, we cannot land on Kashyyyk so you can say hello to Mother. We don't have the time. I say nothing, Frasier.
I'm just like giggling. I'm not even adding anything.
Frasier, if you haven't taken my lightsaber, why do I see it next to all those burnt cigars over there that I see you've lit? Well, Niles. Can't go pointing the finger everywhere. That's how people lose hands. It's the Hammurabi's code, Niles.
You do a pretty good impression for someone who's never watched the fucking show.
I've seen some Frasier.
Alright.
Okay, so I'm doing
enjoying this.
Frasier. I'm gonna draw Frasier as Luke Skywalker. I think that's.
Alright, I'll draw. Oh, you're doing Frasier. Alright, I'll do Niles then.
Now, here's the thing. I'm terrible at doing like caricatures or drawings like that represent actual people.
Well, keep it simple then. Go for like. Don't
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
don't get lost in the details of like his face and stuff. Just like
Yeah. This is
go
gonna
for
be,
like the shape of his head and like give him dots for eyes or whatever you want to do. Keep, you know.
I'm gonna use the deep fake method, which is where it's about.
This is how it's done today.
Yeah, you gotta match. It's all about the resting face of the person. If a person has a resting bitch face and I'm making them smile, like they're not gonna look like that person. You know what I mean? But it's also a bunch of other factors. Look, I'm working on it. Okay, this is gonna be practice.
Well, that's what the show is. It's us becoming better.
It's us becoming better artists and people.
Oh.
I say, Niles. Oh, man. Excuse me, Niles. I have to make an emergency landing. I say, Fraser, are you going to drop down on that planet and meet up with your weird, strange green friend again? Well, Niles, he's taught me many an important thing about myself and the Jedi Code. I'm sure. Seems like he's more just having
I'm sure.
Seems like he's just having you flip around logs a whole lot and then telling you bullshit. Well, Niles, you're not a Jedi. You couldn't even begin to imagine what it's like to be a Jedi. So,
Yoda.
I don't think
Yoda would be their dad.
the dad. Oh, that's great. Okay. I love doing like weird mashups of just the most random shit. That's why I've been doing those Sean Hobbs and
I loved that. Did you do more than
Commander
one?
Simpson. I haven't done more than one, but
Oh.
I've thought about it. I definitely want to do another Commander Simpson from Mass Effect.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was great too. This might be the end of the show if it takes a while, but I'm okay with that.
Thank you, Matt, first of all, for saying Commander Simpson is awesome. I really appreciate it. There is definitely more planned on the horizon.
Yeah. I haven't played much Mass Effect, but I still can appreciate it.
For research, I've been going through a Mass Effect long play that like doesn't have commentary over it, so it's just someone like going through the missions and like the main campaign while I like do other stuff, so I can kind of like I have a couple moments written down from the game that I can sort of turn into Mass Effect's Homer Simpson moments. But I could honestly talk to myself. Like, I would be a crazy person, but I could talk to myself all day just doing different scenarios between Niles and Fraser.
Yeah. I could, yeah, I get pretty... It's a good thing Morgan is a psychopath too, because we just like do bits all day long and laugh our asses off at stuff that would annoy everyone else.
Right. Well, that's the best part about, like, that's how you know you've met a good, the right person for you is someone who will not only put up with your bullshit shenanigans, but who will join in with them.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Not saying your shit is bullshit, but you know what people.
Yeah, it is. It is.
I say, Fraser, are you playing that weird hollow chess again? Yes, Niles, and I think I'm getting quite the hang of it. Are you sure? Because it seems that the Wookiee here has beaten you again. God damn it! I'm trying to figure out which hairstyle of Fraser to use. Probably just the... There's so many good choices to go with, so I'm just gonna go with the best one.
That's always the right way to do it.
Yeah.
There's so many choices, so I'm
The
going to
best
go
one.
with the best choice.
Yeah, great.
How'd you narrow it down to that?
Amazing tidbits of wisdom from Ian Newton. Hey,
When there's many options to choose from, just pick the best one. Life hack.
That's right, life hacks with Ian Newton. Guess what? If you're feeling thirsty, drink water.
There you go. Another life hack.
Another life hack for you. I say, Niles, I've seen my whole family burnt to a crisp. Well, Fraser, I'm sure it was a much nicer fate than hearing you complain about the Haji station again. Or is that what the name of the station is called?
I don't know. I feel like I'm like out of my element in
depth.
both regards. My, I haven't seen such frantic behavior since the Kessel Run.
That's right. There you go. I say, Frasier, did you feel a tentacle under your leg? No, Niles, I don't. I think we're quite alone here in this trash compactor.
Oh god.
I could-
Stupid.
I could do this all day.
It's so dumb. I'm offended that I'm laughing so hard, like a maniac at this stuff.
Like seriously, like do not ever get me on a tangent like a stupid mashup. I will not quit.
No, I know.
Yeah, as is obvious by what's
I was
happening.
gonna
right
say,
now.
this isn't. We didn't just start hanging out recently.
That's true. Yeah. Very true. I'll take a dead horse and I'm gonna beat that motherfucker till it's redundant. I say, Niles, where have you brought me? Oh, well, Frasier, we're going to the God, what's it fucking called? Hold on one sec, give me a sec for
You
this.
gotta do your research before you do this
Riveting.
bit.
Yeah, exactly. This riveting Frasier bit that is definitely worth it.
I don't know Star Wars that well, and I definitely don't know Frasier that well, so I'm like, I feel it's like I can't add anything.
I'm sorry to put you in this position.
No, it's all right.
Also, if I knew how the dad acted, I would have. Well, I guess it would probably be the nurse lady who's like comes to originally take care of the dad. Daphne. It would be probably Daphne who was Princess Leia, but if the dad is Yoda, then who's Obi-Wan?
I don't know, Roz.
That's
I
fair,
know all the
actually.
characters' names. That just speaks to how much I watched the show but didn't know what I was watching at all.
That's very true. I think that does bring up it's a good illustration of it. I say, not Frasier, you'll never find a more wretched den of shit.
And then like the Star Wars Cantina band is playing like tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
Yeah. Except I don't know how the scrambled egg song goes.
Oh
I know what
baby,
you're
I
talking
hear the
about.
fans are calling tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
I fucking love that song. I don't know why. Just like if I hear it, I know what it's referring to. I just can't like conjure it. I say, Frasier, are you taking us to the Mos Eisley Cantina? Yes, Niles. You'll never find a more wretched den wretched hive of scum and villainy.
Did you have to Google that one?
Yeah, I did actually.
Oh.
And here's the thing: I had to Google it, come over, start drawing Frasier, look back at the tab, change tabs by accident, come back to drawing, and then start to say the quote, and then have to open the tab back up again to finish it. So
My drawing's almost done.
I know I'm not even doing
You're,
a very good job right now.
you're putting all your energy into that
the Frasier
impression,
jokes.
which is pretty good.
Not good enough to carry not drawing. Scrambled eggs. See, if we were really good at making like drawings that looked like people, we would have this would be hilarious. This drawing right now.
I'm pretty happy with my Niles. All right.
I mean, I'm happy with your Niles too. I'm more shitting strictly on me.
Your Frasier's not bad either.
I'm such a fucking failure.
You cry like a tea kettle.
I do. This has been said
You've gotten that many times.
from the many
Which-
people I've cried in front
I
of.
was gonna say, it's not the thing you want to hear when you're crying.
Yeah,
People
I get that a lot
critiquing
when
the
I
noise you
cry.
make when you feel sadness.
Yeah.
Like, oh, is that
Wow,
how you cry?
you're-
Should work on that. Should really
There's this,
workshop it a little bit.
Right, you should fucking fix your fucking.
Is that your
face
first
when you
draft?
cry. Of you crying is that your first try? Matt says I heard you crying and I have some notes.
Best
My
said while
brother-
they're still crying.
Exactly. My brother showed me this series, and it was I forget which one it was from, but it was called Deep Space 69. But like this koala character just keeps crying all the time, and the guy's just like, "Hey, don't cry. You look really ugly when you cry." And then he just like character like it's just a thing that keeps happening. So it's pretty funny. I say, Niles, did you shoot that man before he shot at you? Well, you saw it. He had the gun out.
Everyone knows Greedo is quick to jump to conclusions.
I just jumped to mine faster.
And Chewbacca will be Eddie.
There you go.
It's just a giant Jack Russell Terrier man. Terrifying.
So perfect. I do love that you know all the characters' names.
I know them all. I don't know why. I literally haven't watched an episode of the show in a decade.
Frasier. I hear tell of people saying they used to bullseye womp rats in your T16 back home. Is this true? Well, you know, Niles, how reports can be exaggerated.
Oh, you're right. It does kind of look like an Ovid Han Solo. Well, you know,
Yeah, I do see that.
doing my best here.
Cool.
Who's blowing up my phone? Who the hell?
And if Abed were here right now, he would be like, if anybody should be Yoda, it should be Woody Harrelson, and then we'd tell him to get off the stream.
Sorry, say that one more time. Sorry, Mickey.
Oh,
joke.
I said if Abed were to if Abed were to be here on the stream right now, he'd say that Yoda should be Woody Harrelson, and then we would tell him to leave.
Okay.
Fucking this hand up real bad.
No, that's how Fraser's hand was.
That's true, and that's why you got it cut off.
I remember the characters and Fraser's hand.
It's weird because I feel like there's 3 different characters from Star Wars that would make sense to be their dad. Like
Yeah.
Darth Vader.
Obi-Wan would be a good one.
Obi-Wan would be a good one. I think it would probably be Obi-Wan because the dad would. I mean, the Yoda would be somebody else. I don't. Look, I haven't
right.
watched as much. Yeah, good job, Ian. Another nugget of wisdom.
I definitely think
That
the
this
character
guy
of Yo would have to be played by someone in the show.
someone in the show who is not the character who is already playing someone in the show. Deep thinking with Ian Newton. How is Luke Skywalker dressed?
Like a robe. Well, he has a few different outfits.
Yeah. I'm trying to get
Next,
like
I'll
the
draw
one.
Niles frozen in carbonite.
That's not a bad idea. Now I'm probably definitely gonna watch Frasier over this next week.
Get back and be like, so what did you think of Rocco? And you'll be like, I
Oh,
don't
shit.
know, but I watched 8 seasons of Frasier. And baby, I hear the telling, tossed salad and scrambled eggs.
Now I can really tell you who should be Yoda.
So Matt, if you're still there, what is Frasier good the whole way through, or is it like, is it start to shine at a certain point? Because I could see myself jumping in, watching some Frasier, but I'm just curious if I'm not. Some of those shows, like some of my favorite shows, like I know it takes a minute.
Yeah. There we go. There's Frasier dressed up as Luke Skywalker.
I like it. I think it looks like Frasier.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm not. It's like almost there, but I feel like there's something missing where it would be like, you know, if it weren't for the fact that we knew we were drawing Frasier, like, it's not quite. Like, if you didn't know that I was drawing Frasier and I was like, who is that supposed to be? I don't think you would say, oh, that's Frasier.
Those are hard characters to have that with.
Yeah, I'm
You know what I
just
mean?
like, what does a person who like draws?
I'm not sure I could see. I mean, unless it's like photorealistic, I'm not sure. Or unless there was enough characters in their like normal outfits. I'm not sure I could see characters from Frasier and be like, yep, that's Frasier. Frasier drawing right there.
I don't know though. Like,
I'm not saying
You're
it's
right,
impossible, but like,
I'm looking at people drawing pictures of Frasier, and yeah, they're not all hitting the mark either. But like, this is a pretty solid one.
is it
That's,
realistic or is it?
it's very stylized.
I'm not saying it can't be done, and there's a lot of artists who are better than me,
Yeah,
and I'm not disputing that even a little bit.
it's something I've really wanted to practice at some
Oh
point.
yeah, that's a good one. I need to get better at that too.
It's something I've wanted to like. I've wanted to like kind of like take an opportunity sometimes in the show to be like, hey, have you ever drawn fucking props, Brandon? You want to draw some fucking chairs? That would be riveting stuff.
Could do that.
Maybe not chairs.
Maybe not on the show,
No,
unless we could find a way to make it fun.
we could do chairs in like a random adjective thing. So it's like a spooky chair.
Whoa. I don't know about spooky stuff though, you know.
We're gonna do spooky.
I might get scared.
I get scared real easy.
Oh, I'm always getting scared.
Matt says he thinks that the show hits season 3 if he recalls correctly.
Okay. Maybe I'll have to check it out. I don't know.
And Matt just came up with a terrible pun, and I think we should all address it
All
live
right.
on the stream.
Shame him.
Shame, 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 shame. Well, we should say this. Matt said you should take donations for charity. You should take donations for children's hospitals. I'm trying to write the word chair. Itty.
Oh.
Shame, 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 shame.
Welcome to the charity stream where you're drawing chairs for 14 hours straight, and all the proceeds are going to kids. What's
These are
that?
for-
We just got word from the hospital. They've lost money. They asked us to stop drawing chairs, but we're committed to helping those little kids, so we're not gonna stop. Can't make
We
us
said we
stop.
were gonna. That's right. We said we were gonna draw chairs for 100 hours straight. So that's what we're doing, folks. So strap in. And we're drawing chairs because all these kids don't have legs, so they can't use these chairs. So we're drawing things these kids can't use.
Just really, you know, it's taking the approach of those commercials where they show you like little sad animals or kids, and it's just really they're driving home the tragedy. Really trying to get
Sarah McLachlan.
open those wallets. Yeah, blast the Sarah McLachlan. Let's go.
Let's go. Oh, hold on. I'm getting word in the earpiece. Children without legs can use chairs.
Well, we disagree with that adamantly here, and we will continue to draw chairs on the stream.
Yeah, and we're gonna draw a bunch of legless children lying around the chairs because they can't
Wishing
get
they could
into
use
them. We should, yeah. So just to really illustrate our point, get you feeling real bad. So welcome to the charity stream. Let's go. I say, Frasier. Have you heard of this Dash Rendar character? Niles, you know I don't deal with scoundrels. Frasier, you deal with me. I'm a scoundrel. Well, you're different. You're my brother. No, Leia's your sister. This is getting very preposterous. And then that's when my Frasier and Niles impersonations broke the fourth wall. And now I am Frasier.
You became him?
Yeah, if you break the wall while doing an impression, you break it. You become that character.
It's like the Santa Claus rules.
It is. I've killed Frasier. I've killed Kelsey Grammer.
If you kill Kelsey Grammer, you become Frasier.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the rules.
I'm trying to think of a good parody of Santa Claus with Kelsey Grammer, and all I can think of is the Kelsey.
The grammar or something?
Yeah, some with grammar, like grammar Nazi, but that's not quite what we're going for.
It's not
Kelsey
quite.
MLA format.
My life is hell.
Yeah, please someone kill me.
See, you guys, everyone watching this is lucky because you can just log off and stop watching.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
stuck.
He's my friend. He's got to,
I
like,
can't go nowhere. I have
He's
to
been,
listen
like,
to this shit.
He's been emotional support since I've been homeless. Like, he's really just got the short end of the stick in this shit. You'd think
Matt-
it would be me.
Matt made a good point. Put some headphones on him.
Oh, that's true. I'm not sure what layer I fucking drew anything on.
Hmm?
I'm just not sure what layer I drew anything on.
I usually
What
get
did I
mixed
draw?
up by the end of the stream, but this one I've been able to stay in the right spots most of it.
I've been doing it a lot better, especially since I can like shift layers up and down, so like it kind of like if I fuck up, I can just be like, haha, fixed it. But I've definitely screwed up at this point.
What's their dad's name?
I have Ed? No, that's the dog.
No,
right?
that's the dog.
Trombone. Trombone Crane.
Martin Crane.
I say, Martin's an old man. You can't just leave him fighting Darth Vader. I'll have you know, Father said he wanted to battle Darth Vader himself. Well, look, he's disintegrated in his robes. Alright, now I'm gonna put the big studio radio headphones on his neck. They were like the big ass, like 80s ones, right? Like, huge.
Think so?
That's great. Yoda does make the most sense for Martin. I think it's his nose. I think I've done his nose a little wrong.
I should put Yoda in a recliner, but alright. I feel like I should erase this and redo it.
No, I mean you can just move him up a little bit and then put a little chair under his.
Yeah, you're right.
What he's got so far. Don't gotta do everything over again. I've updated Frasier's face a little bit. What do you think?
Looks good. That's a Frasier if I've ever seen one, and I have.
Frasier. You've seen a Frasier or two in your life. His head's a little more. His forehead is definitely way more prominent, I think.
Yeah, I think that's a good move. Then I would say you got it.
That's kind of Frasier, right?
Yeah.
Matt says we don't have to take all of his suggestions because we're not paying him for this.
Oh, I know, but it was a good suggestion, so I'm gonna steal it.
Well, no,
And,
since he says we don't need to use all his suggestions, we should undo everything we've done up until this point. We should just redo the stream all over again.
I think that's a great idea.
But
But
I do think the board.
you know, everybody on social media will think I'm the one who came up with this great idea. So
That's true.
it's fine.
We can cut this motherfucker right out of it. We don't even have to.
There's no
He
paper
doesn't-
trail. No one knows he had anything to do
He
with
knows a
it.
goddamn thing. This
No one knows he
fucking.
had anything to do with it.
No, what the hell? No.
We don't know him nothing.
No one gotta know a thing.
I got a couple thoughts about the Mad Max game. We talked about it the last time.
Oh
we
yeah,
were
yeah.
here.
Tell me what you think about the Mad Max
Okay.
game.
So I've got some thoughts about the Mad Max game. Here they are. So first of all, for some backstory, I've been playing the Mad Max game. Brandon's played some of it too.
Yeah.
But now we're playing Stardew Valley, so there you go. There goes my life. I've been playing the Mad Max game, and it's very fun. It's an open world. You just get to run around, drive around, beat Mad Max, beat people up, blow them up.
It's good for what it is.
Yeah, it's like I've explored the whole map, and I can confirm for everybody, it's just sand. As far as the eye can see, is sand. Different formations of sand, but it's all sand. So there's not too much variety there. So once you explore some of it, you explored all of it. But here's some things. I've warmed up. Last time we were talking about it, I was saying that I didn't like how Mad Max looked. But I've since upgraded him, and he looks a lot cooler now. So
Yeah.
over that, it's fine. Everyone else looks just as dumb as he did. So I think that was just.
I have issues with the game too.
Yeah, I have issues with the game, but for the most part, it's I didn't expect anything great out of it.
I got it for like $7 or something like that.
Yeah, so
And
not too bad.
for that, it's good.
Yeah.
Here's something. Maybe you have noticed it. Maybe you haven't.
Okay.
NPCs that there's a certain type of NPC you meet out that's supposed to give you like info and like intel. It's the same voice actor for all of them. There are hundreds of them spread throughout the world, and every single time it's the same lady.
Yeah.
It's meant to be different people. She sometimes is like a sick person. Sometimes she's just like out on recon, but it sounds exactly the same no matter what.
Yeah. Hey, stranger. Thank you for not wasting me. Let me tell you about old Cockash's reform race.
They're all very Australian.
They're all very Australian, which makes sense. Close to the place. Great. One thing I will say is that sometimes, so Mad Max, like most video games, gets better. Like, he gets his health back from, like, eating food and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So you can find cans of, like, dog food around. But then sometimes you'll be walking around, and the dude will just, like, there'll be a bunch of maggots on the fucking stomach of a rotting corpse, and your dude will just eat the maggots off the rotting corpse.
Goes to town.
And it's just like, you're gonna get sick.
Like, look, I understand you need protein, and yes, maggots have protein, but I feel like we're ignoring some important details here.
Yeah, it's by far the most disturbing element of the movie is the fact that your dude
digs a big handful of maggots out of a corpse.
He's like, damn, I thought Max was mad before. That dude's fucking.
Now he's real mad.
Yeah, he's crazy. Which also it's weird because the game is called Mad Max, and Max is mad in the game for sure, but like in
pissed.
2 different ways. Yeah, he's pissed, but I don't think that's the mad that they actually are referring to.
He's cuckoo bananas.
He's cuckoo bananas is what they're saying, but like Max is definitely also angry mad because you have a meter that fills up called Fury mode, and like that's your like super power mode is like when you got your Fury mode. So like, which one is it, game?
Can it be both, Max? Or do they have to choose?
No,
a side?
Because he's not called Mad Max. He's just called Mad Max. When they called the movie, it's a mad world. Each mad means a different form of the word.
If you're mad in 2 different ways, you have to say that you're mad.
Yeah, that's common MLA format.
People are always saying that.
Whoa, that shit's sick.
That's sick.
Oh man, this shit's dope. See?
Oh, I see. I understand now. Thanks for explaining that one.
So that's been my biggest frustration with the game is pick a side, okay? Just pick one.
That's your biggest frustration? Oh, so you don't really have any complaints with the game then?
No, 0 out of 10 stars because they don't specify which mad he is, okay? 0 out of 10. The game's a fucking failure.
It's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh man, you're always getting fired up about word usage in video game titles. This is not the first time we've argued about this.
No, it's not. And it won't be the last. But, you know. I think once we finish this picture of Yoda in the chair, I think then, it's probably a good time to
I think we're calling it after that, yeah.
call it for the stream. Yeah, we never did get to a second round of rock, paper, pencil, but
It's alright, we'll do it next week.
Yeah, I think we've had a really good episode this one.
Yeah, I had fun. It was good.
Yeah. I'm not sure if you were doing like different shading for like the sides of the chair.
I was going to, that's why I left it.
Alright, cool.
You understand
why-
what I'm doing.
That's why I figured you left it. I was like, he's doing 2 different shadings. I know that type of leaving a space open for coloring.
I've done art once.
I've done an art or 2. Hey, did you know that being an artist?
Go on.
In the blood. It's in the blood.
What?
It's in your blood. Doing art.
Oh god. No.
It's in your arteries.
Oh, I see what you're doing. I get it. I see. I get what he's doing. Hey, everyone.
It's a pun.
I understand.
There should be a horror movie where it's kind of like. Have you seen the movie Pontypool?
No.
So Pontypool is like a zombie movie, but it's got a really great start, and then it sort of like gets real weird, and whether or not you like it after that is up to you how you perceive the movie and its overarching themes. But Pontypool is a zombie movie that starts with a radio shock jock DJ like doing his radio show, and like they go to the weather guy, and the weather guy is reporting on like this zombie apocalypse, and you kind of like the first 20 to 30 minutes of the movie are just hearing the zombie apocalypse through this shock jock DJ, like kind of hearing reports about it over the radio.
Okay.
It's very eerie. It's very spooky. It's a great way to like kind of like play up the sort of apocalypse going on around him, because like you're completely like he's not experiencing any of it, but like it's going on somewhere to this poor guy.
Right.
But then the movie gets really weird, and spoiler alert for Pontypool, if anyone hasn't and wants to see this Canadian zombie horror film from like 2011 or something.
I can't
like
wait to see it.
Yeah. What ends up happening is that you turn into a zombie if you get called like a term of endearment. So like if someone calls you honey, calls you like baby, like if that happens enough, like it slowly transforms you. Because apparently like the themes of the movie is that it's supposed to be how us calling somebody something completely changes our perception of who they are. So like they were saying, oh, these people, they're terrorists, but they were just like some people who were making some sort of political statement or something like that, but like all of a sudden they're terrorists, so they're like evil, like horrible people. It's about how the way we put labels on people.
The movie ends and they're like, haha, joke's on you, we were trying to make you think.
Yeah, motherfucker.
You're like, oh.
But you thought Dawn of the Dead was just a zombie movie. Psych, it's an indictment of capitalism.
Bada bing, bada boom.
Bada bing, motherfucker. So anyways, so this is a horror movie, kind of like Pontypool, except when you think of a really shitty pun, you have to say it, but if you say it, whoever hears it will explode.
What happens if you don't say it? Do you explode?
Yeah.
Wow, that makes a whole new like level of like, whoa. Do I keep it to myself and die, or do I kill this person?
Exactly. But it's like every time you think of a pun. So maybe just like holding it in is really painful and it's hard to like hold back. Not sure. We have to work on it. Maybe if you're a lesser person of lesser constitution, you get like a nosebleed and fall over in your brain too. I don't know, but I think that would be.
We're still working out the details, still ironing out the details,
yeah.
But it's coming together.
Yeah. What should we call this zombie movie?
Celebrity Switcheroo.
This has been DrawBomb, everybody. Good night.
But I didn't finish drawing the Yoda in the chair. That would be a good time to end it. Man, I should have held off for a few more seconds.
Right. Good stuff. That's a great drawing of his dad. That looks like their dad.
Yeah, that was the most successful of any of the attempts.
Yeah.
At least on my part.
I love it though. I think I like this. I like how this drawing turned out.
Yeah,
Very
it's good.
I'd say Niles.
Now I kind of want to watch the shows. This is kind of.
too. Fraser, are you down a hand? Yes, Niles, but I'll have you know I have the finest robot surgeon working on making me a new one right away. So, you met Dad then? Yes, I met Dad. Laugh track.
That's what they do. They just say laugh track.
They say laugh track. That's what I'm also gonna do. I'm gonna take a classic 90s sitcom and edit it so that every time they say a joke, instead of a laugh track happening, they turn to the camera and laugh track. They turn back and like the show. You can do that with Deep for sure. Good old deepfake technology. I'm sorry, did I say good? I mean terrifying.
Yeah, sometimes those are the same.
Yeah, very true. Sometimes change is scary. Sometimes we're all just adrift in an ocean of chaos and uncertainty, and we're just a baby turtle trying to make it to the beach, you know, before a bird or the sun kills us. So
Sometimes.
still get lost out there sometimes.
What about other times?
What about other times?
Other times
Well,
besides when we're turtles.
Well, then in that situation, the metaphor breaks down a little bit, and we have to find a new metaphor.
Oh.
So like sometimes you're the hawk picking up off the baby turtles, who screams into baby carriages and steals candy, and also baby turtles. And
Wait, are you stealing real baby turtles, or is that part of the metaphor?
look, what I'm saying is, does anybody want to buy 10 to 20 baby turtles? Okay. Ooh, are you gonna hold on?
I don't
Are you
know.
gonna do? No, I like where you're going with that. Let me just do one thing real quick.
Should it be Fraser Wars or Crane Wars?
I was just gonna do it like, shit. Hold on. Shit. Hold on. Wait. Shit. Hold on. Wait. Hold on. Wait. Shit. I don't even know how to. Shit.
All right, you've lost your time.
I don't know how the fucking box tool works in this program.
Oh, I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, I'm not doing a very good job of it.
Well, you know.
You get the idea, everybody. We really gave it our fucking. We gave it 70%.
Do you want to spend your time finishing that up, or do you want me to just? Actually, it doesn't look bad. Yeah, let's use yours. I'll erase mine.
Okay. You know, I do have a Star Wars font somewhere. I'm sure I can pull that up somehow.
Seems like effort. We're to the very end. Should we start putting in effort now?
No, it's about the time we start really.
I mean, I feel like if we were gonna put in effort, we would have done it earlier.
You'd think. Oh, and I can definitely get a Star Wars theme. Oh, there we go. Found it. Okay. There it is.
We will tweet it to him, Matt. Just let us know who or where that is. Yeah, I like when you wrote it the first time. It was just like normal font. It's really tiny. Daisy.
Fraser.
Baby, I hear the smasher calling, toss salad and scramby eggs.
Scrambled eggs. That's the biggest they'll let me take Frasier.
That's perfect. Oh, there we go. Well, you could probably grab it and stretch it.
Yeah, now that I made it part of the thing, we can definitely. There we go. Boom.
Where do you have the logo you drew on Brenton one?
Yeah.
Here, I'll delete that.
Boom.
I like it.
All right.
It's a good place for this to go.
Make sure you, if we tweet at them, make sure we include the best clips of me doing my Frasier and Niles impression.
Oh, definitely.
You're not gonna leave those out, are you?
What?
I would never dream of it.
Not only would I not do it because I wouldn't do that to you, but also to think that I'm going to put any effort into editing this afterwards, you are really overestimating the amount of work I'm going to put into this. Alright, let me save this. Gotta save this one. This is the crown jewel here.
I'm very proud of the work we've done for this episode.
Yeah, this is a good one. Alright, well, on that note, thanks everybody for watching.
Yeah. Thank you so much for sticking around till this very tame ending.
Yeah, I think this is the best ending. I'm a big fan of this drawing here.
I'm a big fan of this drawing too. I think it's great. Good stuff.
But
Thank you so much for drawing the DrawBomb podcast, everybody. We're very excited to keep doing this, and we're gonna get some guest stars on eventually, very soon, maybe. We're just gonna keep it kicking it into high gear and having fun with this. So, thanks for
sounds
joining,
good.
sticking around. Do you want to say anything before we sign off?
No, I think you pretty much said it all.
Awesome. I'm very happy about that. So everybody, stay tuned. I mean, join in next Monday at 8 p.m.
We'll be here. We'll be drawing.
Make sure you wash. Yeah, we'll be drawing. Make sure you wash behind your ears, and the other spaces as well.
Yeah, the other spaces
The other spaces, you know.
of your body.
The perineum. And everybody have a good night.
Adios.
Woo!